Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Oh my God, look, my girlfriend is here today. How's everybody doing today? Good? All right. Okay. Well, thank you for coming by. I just got in from Washington. We had a long week. I'll be here next week, all week long, and I think we have something going on with the merchants on Wednesday, right? December 20th. We're going to have a coffee. You're all invited to come to. Max will give you the details so we can meet with our small business owners, and we're going to have information about the Small Business Administration in Washington and the city of New York, and what opportunities there are for the small business owners here in the Bronx, right? And to thank you for being here. We're celebrating, of course, Black History Month, and we're celebrating, right? All right, let's hear it. And Black History Month is not just one month. It's every day, right? Every single day. Because every single day of the year, I'm sure if you Google, you will find out. Everybody Googles here, right? Yeah. I sent the calendar, congressional calendar for the year, and people got upset at me because they no longer use calendars. They just go to their phone and get the calendar there. Hello, how are you? You like the calendar? Okay. I know people do, some don't. But if you Google every day, you will find like a different accomplishment every day of the year that somebody in the African American community did that day, maybe the month before, years before, decades before. So it should be a whole year of acknowledgement of a community that makes America better. Because when you have a big tent, and everybody's under that tent, you're stronger, right? You're stronger. And so now we have many African neighbors right here in the West Bronx, right? That makes it better, right? We got some Albanians up in Norway, up around there. That makes us better, right? We even got like a small Vietnamese community over here by university, right? And Fordham Road, because I went to Talentine Church, and I saw the bulletin for the masses. And he said, a Vietnamese mass. I said to the priest, Father, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. So I said, Father, what's going on? He goes, no, we have a small Vietnamese community here, and we have one mass every week for that community, right? And so you have the traditional African American community, and the Puerto Rican community, and the Dominican community, and the Mexican community, and you have all these communities under the same tent. Makes us stronger. And that's what Black History Month is about. It's about inclusion. It's about the Voting Rights Act, right? That's right. It's about the voting rights. It's about the Civil Rights Act, right? Yeah. It's about ending segregation, right? That's right. It's about Reconstruction. It's about ending Jim Crow laws in the South, right? And fighting back against discrimination and racism. So now, today, this month, this year, that's more important than ever. Because we know that there are certain elements in our country that are trying to promote that we don't like, right? They're trying to promote, they want to take us back. And we're not going back, we're going forward. We're going forward. And so those elements that want to go back to the days of the KKK and Jim Crow and all of that nasty stuff, they're deadly wrong. We're pushing back. We're pushing back, and we're going to make sure that that's not allowed ever. And the way to do that is by recognizing the accomplishment of all people, but this month of African Americans, and every day of women. What better, what stronger? I'm still waiting for Michelle Obama to announce her candidacy for President of the United States. Come on. Run, Michelle, run. He's going to put it on Twitter now, and Bernie Sanders is going to get upset at me. Hey, why not, right? She's popular, the most popular woman in the country. She's packing the arenas, right, all over the country. Not just small auditorium, arenas where her book, well-liked, knows government, was in the White House. Why not? And women always do it better. If you want something said, you give it to a man. If you want something to do, you give it to a woman. Right? And so I'm happy to be here with you today and celebrating this month. And I hope to spend a little more time this week in the Bronx. I told my and during the spring months, I'll be spending an entire week here in the Bronx. I like to go to different neighborhoods in my district, and so we'll spend a week right here in the Bronx, and we'll go to the local schools, we'll visit the merchants, we'll visit the vets at the hospital, we'll Tracy Towers, right? Oh, Tracy Towers, Riverview Towers and the Bailey houses as well, and right there, we'll go and Fordham Hills, and we'll visit everybody and the entire district. We'll go to the churches, and we hope to bring, again, the police commissioner to our neighborhood to ensure that we push for more police services, because I know that the Bronx needs better police services in the neighborhood. So we're going to continue to push for him to bring more services. And so I hope that you're part of that. This is your office. We may be moving soon, not out of the Bronx. No, we may be moving soon to another location. But you'll find it just as accessible, if not more, and you'll like it just as much, if not more. And so I hope that we'll notify you when that happens. And Max will continue to be here. And where's Jeffrey? Jeffrey deals with all of our veteran issues. So if you know of any veterans that have problems that they must resolve, or they have with the VA, they have a particular issue, Jeffrey does that. Cespedes is also another member of our district team here, and we're going to have other people here as well. We're opening up an office also in 181st Street, because I left Washington Heights, I went to Harlem. The people in Washington Heights now are getting jealous. They say, where you been? My mother lives on 181st Street, says, where you been? You're my son, you abandoned me. I said, no, we're coming back. So we're going to be opening up an office right there, right on 181st Street, between Broadway and Fort Washington Avenue. And we'll let you know so you can come to an open house there. Not just here. I want you to come to my main office in Harlem as well. I want you to be part of the 125th Street, right there in the estate office building, 5th floor. I want you all to be comfortable going anywhere you feel comfortable within the district, and go in and get your services. I think I got the best team in Congress. We answer more emails than any other congressional office in Congress. And I get stopped by people and say, oh, thank you for your prompt response to my letter. And people want to hear back from their elected officials. If you call me in my private line, my personal discipline is to try to get back to you in 24 hours. If I get back to you past that, I apologize. Because I think that that's what a representative, and you don't have to make an appointment, you come right in. It's better if you do, but if you can't, come right in. That's why a wide open door policy, right? That's why we want to, on Mondays, when people the office obviously shut down on the weekends, but things happen during the weekend and people come in on Monday. There's a lot of people on Monday because it's like an emergency room, right? They come to us, unfortunately, after they've gone around to different places and they don't get relief, right? And so they come to their elected officials to give them the help that they need. We work with the police department. Where's the police? I saw them in the back. Are they there? Are they stepped down?
Crystal and Echeverria.
Crystal, they are the 52nd?
Yep.
Okay, they just stepped out, but then we work with the police department closely, with the community board, with the bid right here on Fordham. And again, we'll continue to work with all of you. But this is just to say hello, to have an open house. This is your house. This belongs to you. You bring me here or you kick me out, that's your choice, right? But I'd like you to come here and feel comfortable right at home and get the services that you deserve. So God bless you for being here today. Keep on enjoying the Black History Month, which is important for our general history, for everything in America. We cannot leave anybody out. We cannot leave anybody back. No podemos dejar a nadie atrás. Tenemos que luchar para asegurar que seguimos hacia adelante. What? Oh, we have the program now. Here you go, my friend. You got an announcement to make. With me.
No, the only thing I'm saying is this, that we should also acknowledge the founder of Black History Month, who was Dr. Carter G. Woodson.
Carter G. Woodson, the founder.
It's always good to have a historian in the house. Okay. All right, so we're going to have some proclamations, right? First, as I said, there's a very important emerging African community in the Bronx and in Harlem as well. And we want to recognize Pierre Kamnwa from the Cameroon American Council. Thank you so much for the work that you do on behalf of your community and the entire community. And this is a recognition from the House of Representatives for your services. Thank you so much. Don't worry, I'm going to let you all say a couple of words. You can stand right back here when we're done. Okay, and this lady, of course, you want to be in her good graces because, you know, you don't want her having your name in the refrigerator right there, when, you know, and then when she opens up to get her orange juice, she says, this guy's not working for you. No, you want her on your good side all the time because she's a great leader, and she has, I think, continued to fight to make sure that Tracy Towers gets the services that they deserve and that the building doesn't deteriorate and go back in the quality of life that it can offer its tenants. And she's a true fighter and a true community leader. Please welcome Miss Jean Hill, and congratulations, Miss Hill. This is for you, for your relentless work on behalf of Tracy Towers and the community. Don't go, we're gonna allow everybody to say a couple of words. Okay, we have somebody from Fordham Hills, right? Is this Fordham Hills? Yes. No. Okay, she's from Fordham Hills. Okay. All right, this person is has done invaluable work as a community leader, has been dedicated serving in the church, feeding the homeless throughout New York City. Her activism also extends to West Africa, to Nigeria, right, where she also performs community service during her numerous visits to the continent. She is also an artist, and she has the skills for writing, storytelling, which blossomed while a high school student at Graphic Communications Art. We want to recognize Rachel Miller-Bradshaw. Where's Ms. Bradshaw? There she is.
And remember, Fordham Hill.
That's right, Fordham Hill. That's right. Now, Fordham Hill is not too far from here. That's where the rich people live here in the Bronx. And, but they're nice neighbors, okay? Okay. Now we're recognizing someone that's the owner of HIDI Opportunities LLC, a self-published author, certified makeup artist, licensed cosmetologist, and an active member in the Bronx community, creating her own blueprint to losing weight. I need a little bit of that. Washington has been good to me. And encouraged by her husband to share it with others by writing a book called HIDIs, WLL, HIDIs, and How I Did It, Weight Loss and Lifestyle. So please welcome Laura Madison. Congratulations, Ms. Madison. Thank you for everything you do for wellness. You know, I have been pushing for wellness in our schools, right? And this year, we're going to have the Uptown Games that are going to be held at the Fort Washington Armory. And we're going to include the Bronx and East Harlem and Harlem. And we're going to have the young people there exercising in a big track and field meet that's sponsored by the Roadrunners Club. And we want to bring wellness to the schools because far too many kids suffer from asthma and other obesity-related illness, and they miss school. And when they miss school, they don't do well academically. And so this is all connected. I know I went out to Brooklyn to see the rooftop farms that they got. Wonderful. And they have also, they grow fruits and vegetables in containers. and we're trying to see how we can help in Washington to promote rooftop gardening, urban agriculture, and to get our young people involved in healthy eating and wellness and exercise. So thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you. Okay, the next person is, was born in Harlem, but lives in the Bronx. You abandoned Harlem? You never abandoned Harlem, because Harlem is not a community. It's not a community, it's a state of mind. It's a personality. It's an attitude. It's a chip on your shoulder. It's like, if you don't open the door, I'm gonna kick it down. That's Harlem, right? And this is all Harlem right here, right? Okay, there we go. And you see a Harlem that's a Harlem right here in the Bronx. I walked through a neighborhood and I said, man, this looks just like Harlem. Right? You go to another country, you go by a neighborhood, you go by a street, you say, well, this looks just like Harlem. And tourists come from all over the world to see Harlem because it's an experience, right? So this person, although she left Harlem, she lives in the Bronx, but she still has Harlem in her. Most of her teenage and adult years. She currently holds a BS and a master's degree in health administration with a minor in information system. She took a vision and made it a reality by founding Dear Black Girls Incorporated, a not-for-profit mentoring program in the Bronx. As the executive director of Dear Black Girls, she lives to help young children acknowledge their worth, presence, and most of all, their power. Please welcome Cassandra Pryor. Miss Pryor. Thank you so much for everything you do for young people. We appreciate that. My phone is ringing. Funky sound there. Okay, let's get it. That's okay. Family's good. All right, we're gonna let you all say a word in. Okay, and this person, he's a mentor, a writer, a CEO of the Way for Veterans Contracting Company. He reaches out to veterans in need and guides veterans to success and stable life. And we all told you that Jeffrey right here works in our office. He's doing a fantastic job. You know, I got a call from someone. I got a call from an assembly member in Brooklyn. He said, who I knew back in my assembly days, I was in Washington. I was trying to get in my building and have some bags and stuff, and my phone rings, and it's this fellow, right? And he calls me and he says, look, I'm calling you because you got a guy named Jeffrey. I said, oh man, Jeffrey must have done something wrong, because you only hear the bad things, right? He says, you got a guy named Jeffrey in your Bronx office, and I want to tell you that he's doing a fantastic job, because my aunt was in the army or something, and affiliated with, and he helped her, right? He helped her, and he did a tremendous job, and she can't stop talking about Jeffrey. And so I said, wow, you see, there is a God, right? And so when I saw Jeffrey, I said, thank you, Jeffrey, for the work that you do. And I know that you've been working with this gentleman, so please welcome Johnnie H. Williams, Jr. Come on, Johnny. We can't miss it, that he's a veteran. Look at the hat. All right. Johnny, thank you. Okay, turn around so we can get a photo here. Thank you, Johnny. Is that it?
Now, after show all of them, we all be all right.
Okay, now wait, they're going to speak now. Let me get the list. See who comes first. Okay, why don't we first, let's hear from Pierre Kamnwa from the Cameroon American Council. Say a couple of words. Please come forward.
Thank you, Congressman. We are very happy to have you around us. We from the Bronx and the Harlem. We're working to help all the community immigrants and the Black to have resources. Once upon a time, we have leaders who represent like a French immigrant here. We have a barrier. It's very difficult for us to communicate. And we came back in the GEG, who used to be in Spanish and French and in English, and we call this. So we're looking at to have more resources to help those who are undocumented, so we can help us to integrate this society. That's why you are supported. We have everything, the resources with us to have the community we keep moving in the immigrant. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now let's hear from Miss Jean Hill from Tracy Towers.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all live under that same umbrella. I see nothing but colorful faces in this room today. We all of that community, we all strive together, we all fight together, we all uplift each other and all uphold each other. The only way we ever get things done, and from Congressman Espaillat, is everybody has to work together. Everybody has to fight the fight. Everybody has to not pull apart, but pull together. And that's what I always advocate as the president of Tracy Towers, as the chair of Community Board 7, and I'm also the state committee woman on the 80th Assembly District, so I wear a whole bunch of hats. So I look around at faces and say, yes, I know I can call on every one of you to do what needs to be done for our community, and I thank you, and I thank the Congressman.
Thank you, Jean. And I failed to mention that she's the chair of the community board. Not just one committee, but she chairs the entire board. So those of you that live in Community Board 7, you know, if you have any good things to say, you come to me. If you have any problems, you call me on Ms. Hill. Okay, now let's hear from Rachel Miller-Bradshaw. Rachel. Come on, from Fordham Hills.
Yes, Fordham Hills. Hi, so I don't have much to say, but first I want to thank you, Congressman Espaillat. Thank you, Maximo, for the award. From a young age, I knew that I wanted to give back to my community. And I believe that we all can play our small but impactful role to make our community better. And you know, I took my inspiration, speaking about Black History Month, from people that I admired, like Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King, Shirley Chisholm, just a lot of people, and I knew that, okay, I can do something and I can make the community better. Everybody knows that, you know, I don't play. Congressman Espaillat can tell you when it comes to Fordham Hills, the senior vice president, I don't play if there's something in the community that I don't like. If it's just me, I will go out there and stand and go to war, whether it's just me. You know, we just all have a voice, and even in my career, you know, I'm a media professional. I decided, growing up, I didn't like the images that I saw of people of color. It was always something negative. It was always, well, welfare queens, single mothers, you know, robbers, killers. And I decided when I started my film company, Little Harry Productions, that I wanted to tell truthful images about us in our own voice and, you know, represent us in our true fashion. And, you know, I was able to do that. I was able to do my first film on my own, which was about single Black mothers. I gave a voice to what's really happening to the Black family in America. And, you know, I was proud that it won the 2016 New York Association of Black Journalists Documentary of the Year. And, you know, I just felt like that was one issue that, you know, we really need to talk about, because Black families are strong. I believe if the Black family is strong, the Black community in America will be strong. So it starts there from the grassroots. So we just all have, you know, our role to play. I thank you for this. I'll keep fighting. You know, let's all work together. And if anyone needs me to join in any initiative with them, yes, I am here. I always represent. But one other thing, we can all find time to volunteer. I have a 3-year-old, and I still find time wherever I'm needed to volunteer. So we all have time. We can all do it. Thank you.
Thank you. And talking about role models, this March 1st, I will be joining John Lewis, the great John Lewis. I'm going to be going down to Selma, Alabama, to see the history of the civil rights movement, the museum. We're going to take all those steps. It's actually like a 3-day trip that I will. And John Lewis is a great legend and someone that I look up to. He was standing next to John Lewis, right? He crossed that bridge. You know, he paid for it, so we could all be sitting here right now, right? That's right. That's right. So now let's listen to Laura Madison. Okay, Laura, thank you so much to hear from you and what you're doing for young people.
Hi, thank you, Congressman. I want to also thank you, Maximo. Thank you, everybody. He mentioned everything that I do as far as makeup and hairstylist and everything, but the most important thing that my husband and I decided to do was to give it back to the community. When I wrote my book, the community supported me, so it was only right that I give back to my community, and I decided that we were going to start with our children. So we decided that we were going to have free events for both boys and girls to empower them, to encourage them, to let them know that they are more than what they see on TV. TV or what they see right in their own neighborhood. So we decided to take the funds out of our own pocket and sponsor 200 boys. We also sponsored 200 girls. We gave them workshops to do. We put them on the red carpet, and we did live TV interviews like we're doing now to let them know that you are more than what people think that you are. You have to believe in yourself. We've also done drives for Haiti. We've also done drives for Texas. And we do a lot of giving back, coat drives and everything. And we ask for sponsors, and they come in with no problem. I'm just a small girl from the Bronx. And I didn't even know that my dream would allow me to stem this far. So this is an honor. And I thank you. And what we're also going to do, just an FYI, we also are going to have a Heidi, H-I-D-I, Christmas Spectacular for our children, for our boys and girls. So we will invite you to please come out, please support. You can follow us on allaboutheidi.com and look for the things that we're doing for the future. Again, this is an honor, and I thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing for the youth. And now let's hear from our veteran. Thank you for your service, Mr. Johnnie H. Williams, Jr.
Thank you very much, and thank you, sir, for all that you do for our country. And thank you also, sir. The things that's going on in our life, you'd be surprised it's happening to everyone, but no one says to the other person, this happened to me. My books, which I do have 4 of them, when you read them, people say, were you with me when that happened? I said, no, because the same thing happened to you, it happened to me. And just like all the things that we're putting together is to care for everyone on the planet. But sometimes you have to take the time to look at that son, that daughter, or whoever that's having that problem. And by us coming together, we found ways to do the things that we put together here. Help us on the way is our motto. Myself and my young lady, raise your hand. Everyone knows that young lady is a beautiful lady. She takes care of all the things that we do to help everyone on the planet. This is Black History Month, we understand that. But remember, he's in charge of all of us, and we have to come together as the number one. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you for the service and the work that you still continue to do for the community. And to finish, last but not least, let's listen to Cassandra Pryor and her work in mentoring young girls and see what she's doing. Cassandra. She was in deep thought there, I know.
First, thank you guys so much for this recognition. I do appreciate it. I do run a very, very small nonprofit in the Bronx. And for us, it's not so much as to being loud and making a mark, but it's about impacting the minds of young children, of young Black girls. I like to tell them all the time, the day you plant the seeds is not the day that you eat the fruit. That's right. And so therefore, I go out there every day and I plant seeds that's going to fulfill them. I want them to be encouraged. I want them to be empowered. I work with many organizations, many schools to do the work that apparently we've fallen short on doing. There's no reason for our girls to feel like they are not worthy. They should not feel like they're less than. And Black girls need to know that they have just as many opportunities as everyone else because we were born strong. It's just in us, it's who we are. So I want to thank my mother for birthing me and instilling the strength in me, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have it. And I just want to thank my community for all your support, for showing up, for donating, for crowdfunding, for just being there every time we've called. We have a long road ahead of us, but I do not plan on stopping anytime soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.